Hi everyone, my name is Cassandra and welcome back to another video on education. Today I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of working while studying. So if anyone is wanting to get some ideas or get some advice about whether they should pick up work if it's for them, then I will be drawing on my own personal experiences and sharing them with you, and I hope it helps with your decision-making process with the advice and tips and I guess the feedback that I have about what it was like working while studying. My first job was working at McDonald's, and that to me was a really important time in my life because I was becoming more independent. When I went and got my first job, it really did open the doors in terms of my perspective on what hard work was, and it really taught me a sense of independence and self-worth as well. Did it really compromise my studies? There were times where it did, and I won't lie about that. It did compromise my time in studies sometimes. And when it did, it made me feel so upset at myself because I allowed my work life get in the way of my study life. And it's so hard to kind of juggle the two for the first time around. Be prepared to sort of go through a lull period where you're trying to figure out whether you can do both, because it's completely normal. Working in customer service or in retail is a good learning step for anyone who is just wanting to see what working is like. Unless you're entrepreneurial and you're wanting to start your own business and stuff like that, then that's amazing as well, because I know that there's a lot of teenagers out there that are already starting their own businesses or working with a family business. So that in itself is good experience as well. I didn't have that sort of environment growing up. I kind of had to go out and look for a job outside of home and outside of my family and outside of my community, and that's why I obviously ended up at McDonald's. It taught me the value for money, definitely. I learned that if I put in 4 hours, I was only going to get back maybe $30 or $35 after tax. Another key point that I want to touch on is how it made me mature as a person. Getting part-time work really matured me earlier on in life because it really gave me that sense of responsibility. One of the key motivations for me to work was obviously the money side. I won't lie about that. I grew up in a family where everyone kind of works and contributes to the family. So I would work and then give like half my pay to my parents and then take the other half home. And that was kind of like my thank you to my parents, to say thank you for looking after me and putting a roof over my head. The fact that I didn't know how to save. My parents really didn't talk about it. They kept saying, put your money in the bank, put your money in the bank. But I just didn't listen to them. I just kind of spent whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And it kind of didn't hit me until later on in life when I realized that I needed to understand how to save. I really want to touch on the importance of knowing and learning how to save when you're 15. When you get your first paycheck, it's so tempting just to go and spend that money. Like hundreds and hundreds of other people do the same thing. But I want to push the fact that this is not the case. We should not be doing this. I wish my parents taught me how to save. I wish my parents really pushed the fact that they were going to be in charge and responsible for my ATM card or my debit card. And I wish that they held it, and I wish that I didn't spend any money from my work. I was earning probably $80 a week. If I get $80 a week, I'm just typing this in at the moment, by 52 weeks in a year, that's $4,000 in a year that I would have had back when I was 15 if I didn't spend any. So I guess for anyone out there that is wanting to work part-time and study, it's really important to understand the importance of saving your pay, so then you get in a rhythm and you build really good habits and you become really disciplined in saving your money, to understand that later on that money can get invested into something greater than clothes and shoes. Anyway, that's just my personal thoughts about the money side of things. Another point that I want to talk about is sometimes work did compromise my study at school. So sometimes when I was at school, I felt like I needed to do extra shifts because I needed that extra money. Make sure that you're not compromising your studies with work. You can definitely fall in that dangerous territory of where you think that you need to make money to survive and money is more important than going to school. Everyone experiences this and kind of has a think whether school is for them or whether they're better off working more hours and making money earlier on. So staying in school and learning and continuing through your school journey is important because you want to finish it. You want to say that you've done it. You want to say that got it over and done with. Even though it's difficult, everything is difficult. But if you just finish your schooling, then it's something that you can say that you have completed. You've done the full 6 years. I always knew that I wanted to finish school because I wanted to feel like I completed something. I hate feeling like I leave things unfinished. Even I went through it. I went through the decision whether I should finish school, is it beneficial? But I'm so glad that I did, because it paved the way for the next step in my life, which was going to university, getting a full-time job, getting a career, building really strong disciplinarian skills earlier on in life is what I think school does. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and I will see you later. Thank you.